All right, gamers, we are back. Finally, we have the 8th Anniversary LRs. We got a bunch of content announced. So, this final, presumably final day to download um, of the celebration does look like it's going to be pretty good. So, let's jump in. Let's take a look at what we got. Right away, I expect these characters to be like hard top 5 level. I mean, competing with the Blues, Goma, UI Evolution Blue Vegeta. Like, I do expect these characters to just hard be on that level. I'm not really too concerned going into this. Remember, most EZAs really can just be coin flips. I do not believe that applies to these characters. I think that these units will be dominating all of 2026. So, let's jump in. Let's see what these boys look like. All right, so for starters, we have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Leader skill, Power Wishes, Final Trump card. They get the 3 key 170% to stats, and then the 1 key 30% to stats for characters on Connected Hope or Boo Saga. Okay. So they get 300% attack and defense at the start of turn. They guard as well. 100% attack and defense when HP is 50% or more. Okay, that's big because if HP is 50% or below, we can go into their standby. I believe that standbys, like active skills, cannot be changed with EZA. So standbys will remain exactly the same. A character that's bad for is 23rd World Tournament Goku, right? He's got a brutal standby condition. But I mean, he was always great even without it, though. These conditions are not tough, right? Like 4 attacks is not exactly hard. Okay. As the first attacker in the turn, so they get an extra 1 key per key sphere obtained. One time only, they get 50% damage reduction. Okay. Combined with their stacking, that could be huge, yeah. And then they get a 50% chance to dodge when receiving a super attack. As the second or third attacker in the turn, they get an extra 2 key per key sphere obtained. And once only, they get 60% damage reduction. I'm not sure how I feel about the one time only damage reduction procs, but... And then the dodge is specifically only if they're in slot 1, huh? Okay. But, I mean, guard with huge damage reduction. Yeah, but they're stacking. What the fuck? They stack 100%? Uh-huh. 100%? Okay. Alright, so to the extra key per key sphere obtained, the 60% damage reduction. When receiving an attack, they get a permanent 50% defense. When attacking with 12 or more key, 150% attack. Attacking with 18 or more key, guaranteed additional super. Oh, wow. They took that away. It's not just a guaranteed super. Okay. And then now they get an additional super. What the fuck? And then one time only they get another additional super? I... Okay. So, in current content, with them stacking, I don't think these one-time damage reduction procs are the end of the world with the current content. Maybe if we got to like turn 10 content or something like that, it'd be a bit of an issue that they've only got the one-time damage reduction. But they are stacking 100%. Like, look at it. Like, turn 1, we could pretty casually open up with what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 supers. And again, they're stacking 100% with every super. Huh. Okay. And then for every super attack they do, they get 2 key and then 20% crit up to 100% permanently. Interesting. Okay. 100% offensive stack and then 30% attack on their 12 key. and then 100% defensive stack and 50% attack on their 18 key. Yeah, they look pretty good. I mean, I think about, I mean, my brain is thinking about, the nasty Whis equips as well. Dodge and huge defense on top of this shit. Does feel pretty good. I'm not sure how I feel about the one-time only damage reduction, but that would depend on the content structure. As it is right now, it's not like we're hitting turn 500, 9 or something like that, 8, 7 often. And remember that these boys are going to have their standby too, which is pretty easy to get, by the way, especially considering they have an extra additional now. So, fourth turn start a battle, if they do 4 attacks, they can do 5 attacks turn 1. So this is very easy to get. And then if HP is under 50%, they have that as well. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. So when the finish effect is not activate, they're unable to attack. 500% defense. Wow, that's doubled. Okay, was 250% before. For 4 turns, they guard and they create rainbow key spheres. That's exactly the same. Wait, what? Starting from the 5th turn from character's entry turn. So this is their 3rd appearance. Change all key spheres to physical and rainbow. Uh-huh. Okay. So, yeah, remember the Spirit Bomb is per orb. It's gonna be very, bro, these dudes do, these nuking videos with these characters. I mean, that's gonna make shit a hell of a lot easier when they just are gonna change the whole field of orbs themselves on their 3rd turn. So it's like you change the whole field of orbs. Theoretically, we have the blues in slot 1, and then, I don't know, some other fucker in slot 2, and then this character in slot 3, and you're just getting a shit ton of extra juicing for the Spirit Bomb before you drop it. Yeah, they look good. For every key sphere obtained, 11% damage reduction up to 100%. That's the same, right? No, they now can get up to 11%. It was 8%. Okay. What? Oh my god, dude. One of the biggest bruh. The amount of crit fishing resets I did during the 8th anniversary to get those crits. No, Spirit Bomb is just a guaranteed crit. It's just a guaranteed crit. Okay. As long as you get 7 key spheres with them one time. So essentially you have 2 turns, right? Because the standby is for 5 turns, right? Yeah. So it's turn 1, Vegeta in slot 1. Then the second turn, Vegeta in slot 1 or 2. And then that 3rd turn, you have to drop the Spirit Bomb. But the 3rd turn is when Vegeta's going to create all the orbs, too, to further juice it up. So either that 1st turn or that 2nd turn, you do got to hit the 7 key spheres, and it's a guaranteed crit and a huge attack buff. And then when the finish effect is activated, 888% attack. And it was 500% before. Yeah, okay. So, yes, they sure do look top 5 level to me. I would imagine turn 1, we probably don't want to be too silly with them. But I think 1 volley of them stacking up with this, and they are going to be disgusting, right? So it's turn 1, probably want to run them in slot 2. And then, let's say we get them literally turn 1. We probably want to run them in slot 2. We drop 5 stacks, right? And then next turn, on turn 3, we could have them in slot 1. They're going to have, millions of defense. They've got the damage reduction, and they have the dodge when receiving a super attack as well. Yeah, you don't have to give them crit at all, because it's only a little bit of time until they're guaranteed critting here. Literally, turn 1, they're guaranteed critting. And it is for super attack, so I guess we could get the hidden potential system additional normal, and then they only have only an 80% chance to crit. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're good. And then this fucker is just like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm just guaranteed critting anyway. Oof, okay. Yeah. I mean, we'll have to see what this content looks like. Remember that there's these new red zones the Resident Evil red zones are coming in. We'll cover this later, but I would imagine these Spirit Bomb characters will be very good in these fights. Yeah, this character, I am unsure of exactly where I'm gonna have them. I need to see like what this defensive number is going to be. Like, when I think it's going to be, like, millions of defense, how much is millions? I think that they're just somewhere in here. But, I mean, the fact that they're getting 100% with every super, they can open up turn 1 with 5 supers. Remember, the standby is not tough to get. They've never had a bad condition. It's easy to get into the Spirit Bomb standby. And then now, it's, like, Babby mode to get this shit, like, as an actual bomb. Like, it's literally child's play to make this, like, domination. You get 7 orbs with Vegeta once, and you have guaranteed crit. Whew. Yeah. This is going to be a fun character to use, dude. Okay, so, yeah, they're looking real nuts to me. All right, now we have this character, the GT one. This is huge to give GT Hero a massive buff right here, right? Definitely looking very good here. Okay. So their Power Wishes, Battle of Fate, 3 key, win 70% of stats, extra 1 key, 30% of stats for characters on Final Trump card, or Shadow Dragon Saga. Alright. So they 300% attack and defense and guard. Again, that's up from 200% attack and defense. And now these characters are guarding too, by the way. Oof, damn. That's going to be crazy for this character. When HP is 50% or more, they get 100% attack and defense. Yep. And again, remember, if it's below 50%, we can go to the standby anyway, even on turn 1. So, as the first attacker in the turn, they get an extra 1 key per key sphere obtained, 30% damage reduction, and 30% crit once only. Okay. Second or third attacker in the turn, they get the 2 key per key sphere obtained, 40% damage reduction and crit once only, and then a 50% chance of 30% damage reduction when receiving a super attack. I mean, that's like, okay, like, why not just dodge at that point? Like, I like what they're doing much better. Like, it's, if we're gonna do this, because this, bro, it's I mean, I don't, this is gonna end up being a 100% damage reduction probably, but because remember, they do build up damage reduction when they super. We'll see how much it's up to. But a 50% chance to get 30% damage reduction, specifically when receiving a super. They get the 50% defense permanently when receiving an attack, 150% attack when attacking with 12 key, guaranteed additional super when attacking with 18 key, and the 2 guaranteed additional supers at 24 key. 1 is 1 time only, but they could super 5 times turn 1, just like the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Remember, the kits are, like, very similar. And remember, what was I going to point out here? Yeah, they got rid of the 70%, and now it's just a guaranteed super, which is huge. Then for every super attack performed, 2 key, permanently, 10% damage reduction, and 10% crit. Wait, is the crit new? It is. So they just gave him crit now. So, yeah, perfect. That's good. That's good. They can get up to, well, I guess if they're in slot 2, if this triggers, they're going to be at 100% damage reduction. But, like, you're probably going to be at 90 or 80%, or yeah, 90 or 80% damage reduction that first turn anyway in slot 2 or 3. So it's like a massively buffed Tech Vegito. Tech Vegito is still very effective in slot 2 if you can just attack first. And that fucker is not guarding the way this character is. Okay. If I make a prediction, I think initially people are probably going to be really bummed about the one-time damage reduction, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal with the structure of the content currently, but I mean, we'll see. Okay, and then these boys, are they going to be stacking 100% every attack? Yeah, no, yeah, they couldn't. Okay, so the 12 key, 50% attack stack and 50% defense for 1 turn. 18 key is 70% attack. We haven't seen that before. And then 50% defense for 4 turns. 70% attack stack. Okay. Alright, and then... Whew, the demon here. Alright, so... What is this going to look like? Remember, this is shit we're going to be farming all year. This ridiculous-ass mode right here. So, they get 300% attack. It's up from 250. All allies 11 key and 110% attack. Okay, cool. Super effective against all types. Oh, baseline for the Spirit Bomb, nice. Guaranteed additional super. Oh, wow, to juice it up even more. When HP is 50% or more, they get 150% defense. Interesting. When the character or an ally attacking in the same turn is KO'd, they revive. 50% attack when attacking, 100% attack when the finish effect. Oh my god, look at these numbers. This jumps up. And this is brand new. Alright, let's see here for these. So, oh my god, dude. You get this before you drop the Spirit Bomb? Holy fuck. Bro, look at this. 100%. And he gets... Oh, he actually gets defense? Interesting. Because typically this is a character you just want to sell and die. So it's like he didn't get defense before. No way. Yeah, no. That is interesting. Okay. So I'm not sure why he gets defense now. But, I mean, I don't know if it'll factor in that much. 50% defense right there and the 100% attack for 1 turn. 100% attack for 1 turn. 50% defense for 4 turns. Meg colossal damage, and then super class allies, bro. Dude. These Spirit Bombs are gonna hit so fucking hard. Because remember, these kids, I mean, we're dropping this and this every turn. Spirit Bombs are gonna hit so fucking hard. These bosses are not like, who is a boss we should look at? I don't know. Cell Max? Yeah, I guess let's think about like Cell Max for these guys. So like turn 1 with the DBZ one, I mean, we could put them in slot 1. Maybe we just need them to dodge 1 super. Then after they do their volley of getting 100%, like stacks, they're going to be fine against the AoE. Should be pretty easy to go into their standby where they should be pretty safe. And they're just going to nuke this fucker out of... Like, dude, this is not enough. And obviously, we're going to get to, like, Festival. Like, bro, is the game going to, like, fuck up? Like, in fact, like, turn 75 on Festival when we're dropping these. Like, does the game just crash when we drop the Spirit Bomb? Like, it just... like, dude, this shit is going to literally one-shot them. It's just going to... What? Vegeta and Gogeta at the end of Festival, they just got one-shotted, man. If you guys remember, for a while last year, I was telling people, if you don't like Festival, that's fair. If you want to wait for Festival, that's fair. Just wait until the 8th Anniversary LRs EZA. I mean, dude, all you do is you stack with them the whole run. Like, you bring, like, Tech Vegito. Like, you have this character on one rotation and Tech Vegito on the other, right? And then you have Tech Vegito wipe out Gogeta, and then you have this character go into their Spirit Bomb, and are they going to just, like, one-shot Vegito with the Spirit Bomb? Well, one thing I would say, these boys don't have crit on this. Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, they're just guaranteed critting. These guys are not. It is still super effective, though, which is nice. But it's like, bro, all this stacking and shit. Damn, dude, yeah. I'm gonna need to use them first, but, like, think about it in Cell Max. I would think we should be pretty fine in there. I think the DBZ Spirit Bomb, it'll be a bit easier. Bio Broly, both characters just, like, bro, the second you could get into a Spirit Bomb, like, Bio Broly's just dead. And, like, think about this character right here, the Vegeta, in front of Bio Broly's super attack. Bio Broly stuns you, who cares, right? Like, this character doesn't attack anyway. And then you just nuke Bio Broly easily. Same thing here. Metal Cooler Core is not really going to be too much of an issue. We could save their big damage reduction. Yeah, we could even easily float them in the Metal Cooler Core. They show up in slot 1 with their damage reduction. We're good to go. None of the 11th anniversary content should be a challenge. I guess we'll see what this, what these are looking like. But all the content out right now, these characters completely trash. We'll see what this is looking like. This looks like, it looks like a redo of the original, because you could see, right? Like, Super 17 is now this character, which didn't exist back then. It's now the Dokkan Fest Omega. This is now Banner Unit Legic rather than the original Legic. This is still the 4th anniversary baby, but I mean, we'll see. But it looks like they're, you know, revamping this Red Zone with new arts and shit. I'm not really sure what they're going for, but we'll see. We will see. So, chat, let me know what you guys think. Again, it's hard to say. They're somewhere in this upper echelon right here. I need to actually, like, get them in my hands. I need to see, what does this character look like after they quad super turn 1? Like, what is their defense? Is their defense, like, over 2 million just on turn 2? Guarding with a lot of damage reduction, and they have dodge if a super attack comes in? Like, these, and the fuckers just, just free guaranteed crit on the Spirit Bomb now. So, yeah, don't be shocked when you're able to effortlessly sweep the game with these guys. Just saying. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think, but sure enough, they did come correct here.